Hello, I want to teach on how to use Telegram and ChatGPT to write a book. How to use Telegram and ChatGPT to write a book. If you don't have a Telegram, all you need to do is to go to Google Store and install ChatGPT and Telegram X. Once you install it and it's on your phone, you go to Telegram, you open it, and you type in here ChatGPT. Once you type ChatGPT, this one, ChatGPT 4.0 Telegram boot will come up. You just click on it and it comes out. And with this software here and what we have done on Telegram, you can literally write a full book. Pick out your content and put it on Microsoft Excel and edit it. And once you edit and format and all of that, a full book is ready. For example, let's just write a book on how to break a bad habit. Here, I said generate a 4-chapter book titles on how to break a bad habit with two subtitles on each chapter. We have sent it a message and it's coming out now. Let's just give it some time. In the next 1 or 2 minutes, it has come out. It has come out and it said, number 1, understanding your habit. And the subtitle, the power of habit, why we do what we do. The second subtitle said, the habit loop, identifying the components of a habit. Chapter 2, he said, breaking the cycle, interrupting the bad habit and disrupting the habit loop. The second subtitle says, establishing a new habit and creating a positive routine. Chapter 3 says, strategy for changing. And the subtitle says, importance of accountability, having support on your journey towards change. And the second subtitle, mind over matters, utilizing mindfulness and meditation to break habits. And the last chapter, which is chapter 4, says maintaining a positive change. Maintaining a positive change. And the subtitle says managing triggers and setback. Managing triggers and setbacks, starting on the track, staying on track to achieve good goals. And the second subtitle says implementing long-term change, making positive habit a lifestyle. So you can see that it has generated the 4th chapter that we instructed it to do. You can just pick each of them. For example, chapter 1, we asked him to write. Okay, we copy everything. For example, we copy everything and said, write chapter 1, which is understanding habits. Write this book. Write from chapter 1 to 4. Write chapter 1 to 4. Chapter 1 to 4. Explaining each chapters e-chapters and subtitles in details. Write chapter 1 to 4, explaining each chapter and subtitles in details. Let's see what it comes out with. Let's just give it some time because it's going to be picking each chapters and their subtitle and begin to work on it. It's going to take some time, so we just need to be patient with it and patient with it. This platform and the combination of these two, you can literally write a complete full book and publish it on Amazon. It's done. Let's just look at what it came out with. It's going to be a small book, not very detailed, but it went into it. Chapter 1, Understanding Habits, and the subtitle, The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do. It said in this chapter, we will explore the science and the habits, science of habits, and why they are so powerful. We will learn how habits are formed, how they are stored in our brains, and why they are so difficult to break. So we will also dive into why certain habits are beneficial and how to create positive habit loop. What you just need to do to be able to write this one is to pick each of those chapter title and put it one by one. For example, understanding habits. It gives us an introduction to each of those chapters. It just only gives us an introduction. But to write each of those chapter 1, for example, chapter 1, it said explaining understanding habits. Let's just say explain chapter 1, write chapter 1, understanding habits. Understanding habits. Understanding your habit. Understanding your habit. Let's just give it some time. He's working on it, and we just need to be patient and he's working on it, and we just allow it to work on it, and once it's through with that, okay, he has written the first chapter. Let's look at what it says. Chapter 1, understanding your habit. The habit are behaviors that we repeat most unconsciously, often without much thought or effort. Whether it's bees and nails, smoking, whether it is biting our nails, smoking, procrastination, spending too much time on social media, habit plays a powerful role in shaping our behavior and decision making. Understanding your habit is the first step to breaking bad habits and replacing them with positive ones. The power of habit. That's another the subtitle. So we have written chapter 1. So now we go back to chapter 2 and pick chapter 2. Pick chapter 2. Chapter 2 says, chapter 2 is habit loop, identifying the components of habit. Write chapter 2. Write chapter 2. The habit loop. The habit loop. The habit loop. Identifying the components of a habit. The components of a habit. That's chapter 2. So write chapter 2, habit loops, identifying the components of a habit. We just allow it to go and give it some time to write it out. And his writing is working on it. We just give it some time. He's working on it, and we just allow it to do that. And once it's through with that, we it's true with chapter 2. We just say I should put music on there so that we have written chapter 2. Let's look at what it came out with chapter 2. Chapter 2, the habit loop, identifying the components of a habit. It says, as discussed in chapter 1, habits form through the process called habituation, which create an automatic response to specific, which creates automatic responses to specific stimuli in our environment. The habit loop is the framework that describes how habits are created and maintained. To break a bad habit and replace it with a positive one, it is important to understand the habit loop's three components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Then he now pick on the cue. He said, identify the triggers of your habit. Every habit begins with a cue, which is the trigger that initiates the behavior. The cue can be anything from a time of the day, a specific location, emotions, or even a particular person. For example, if someone's habit is snacking when they feel bored, the feeling of boredom can be a cue. To identify the cues, to identify the cues of your habit, pay attention to your thoughts and feelings when you engage in habits. Write them down and look for patterns or common triggers. Being aware of the cues of your habits is essential to replace it with positive one. He has just written chapter 2, and this is a good one. And the same way, we pick on it to write chapter 3, we pick on it to write chapter 4, we pick on it to write. They are just 4 chapters. Once it's through with it, you just copy it, and take it to Microsoft Word, edit it. Because it's artificial intelligence, you need to put the human angle to it and reframe it to be able to remove a plagiarism. If you need to use a plagiarism checker and Quibot to go through it, and you edit it and format it, a book is ready. And that is how to use Telegram and ChatGPT to write not only just a book, article, blog, whatever you want to write. This can ease your work. It doesn't need a laptop to be able to do this, and you can install even Microsoft Word here on your phone, and you just pick it from here, put it in your Microsoft Word, edit it, and you are good to go. Format it, convert it to PDF, and a book is ready. And if you need to take it to Amazon, put it on Amazon, and begin to earn money. If this teaching has given you value, I will need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Web of Fortune. On this channel, we teach on money making tips, opportunities that are valuable in the online space, which you can take advantage of and begin to earn money. So I want to thank you. I need you to share, click the notification bell so that when I share more video, you will always be the first to have access to it. Thanks for listening, and God bless you. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.